going to say.
You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Most of you have probably heard this quote before. And whether or not it's true, I do believe that the people you are frequently around have the potential to impact the person who you are. In my life, I spent most of my time around 3 people. My mom, my dad, and my brother. My name is Justin Whittingham, and in order for you to get to know me better, I'm going to tell you how each of my 3 family members has influenced me, contributing to making me the person who I am today. So in order for you to start getting to know me better, I'm going to first tell you about how my mom has impacted me. I'm from Orlando, Florida, but my mom grew up in Jamaica, and she came to the United States to study engineering at Cornell. So because of her culture, my mom told me the importance of hard work from even when I was a kid, and I draw inspiration from her scholarly determination when I'm facing my own challenges. I'm also really close with my mom, as I have been ever since I was a baby. She's a very loving and caring person, and naturally I'm pretty loving and caring myself. My mom taught me the value of every human being, and she also taught me the value of sacrifice, because she gave up her engineering career to homeschool my brother and I for 5 years. So while we were homeschooled, my mom gave us the best education possible, and also gave us plenty of opportunities to have fun and grow creatively during that time. I actually found my biggest passion, which is film, during the time that my mom gave us while homeschooling to explore creatively. Now I'm going to explain how my mom has impacted me. I'm secondly going to tell you about how my dad has impacted who I am, so that you can get to know me better. My dad is from Trinidad, and the national instrument of Trinidad is the steel band, which I played in Orlando in a band for 9 years. This grew to my love of music and eventually my love of sound once I got into film. My dad's also a huge fan of the band Rush, which is genetic apparently, because so am I. My dad loves Spanish and he travels to Costa Rica a couple times a year. He's taken me with him twice, and that kind of grew my love of Spanish and language acquisition, as well as my love for traveling and adventure. So now that I've told you about my parents, I'm next going to tell you about how my brother is, so that you can get to know me better. My brother is 2 years older than me, and I wanted to be like him for most of my life. He's really intelligent and determined, and I'd like to be the same. For example, we both did IB in high school, not because I wanted to copy him, but because I wanted to challenge myself in the same way that he was challenging himself. My brother's a creative person as well, and while we were homeschooling, he helped me find my passion for filmmaking because he helped me make movies and he grew creatively alongside me. I've also learned a lot about dealing with people because of my brother. He and I are close, but if any of you have siblings, you know that we have stuff. But we like to make up. I care a whole lot about relationships today, and a lot of how I treat people stems from lessons I've learned from dealing with my brother. So in closing, I told you about how my mom, dad, and brother have fostered certain characteristics in me and helped make me the person who I am today. It certainly feels like I'm the average of the 3 people in my family, and if that's the case, I'm glad to be. I love my family, and I'm proud to carry a bit of each of them wherever I go. Thank you.
Justin, will you put your paper back down on your table? And then would you mind giving the last main point, going from the second transition to your brother, or whichever one you feel most comfortable with? Which main point do you like? Did you feel like, oh, that one, I get to talk about things that something that really makes me excited?
I can do the second one.
Okay, cool. Do you mind trying that one without the paper? And I don't care how many ums or uhs, or if you need to take some pauses, go for it. But whatever you want to do, we are here. Yeah. All right, here we go. Woohoo, everybody, right? Yeah, let's give them a clap.
So moving on from my mom, now I'm going to tell you about how my dad has impacted me, so you can get to know me better. My dad is from Trinidad, and the national instrument of Trinidad is the steel pan, which I played in a band in Orlando for 9 years. That helped grow my love for music, and eventually my love for sound and film, once I got into film. My dad's also a huge fan of the band Rush, which must be genetic because that's my favorite band as well. My dad loves Spanish, and he travels to Costa Rica a couple times a year. He's taken me with him twice, and that helped grow my love for Spanish and language acquisition, as well as my love for traveling and adventure.
Now, simply tell us a little bit about the last time you went to Costa Rica.
Tell me about 2 things maybe you did while you were there.
So the last time I went to Costa Rica, it was kind of divided into two parts. One of them was more of a beach vacation, while one of them was more living on a farm. So my dad owns a coffee business, so he knows a lot of coffee farmers in Costa Rica, specifically in a place called Monteverde. So for the first half of the trip, we were in Guanacaste, which is a region, I think, on the northwest side of Costa Rica. And we stayed there for about 4 days, visiting a couple of my dad's friends there and going to the different beaches there, which are quite beautiful, I have to say. And then on, I think, the 4th day of our trip, I vlogged, so they're all on my YouTube channel if you guys want to see the vlogs. We drove up to Monteverde. It was a pretty long drive, actually. And Monteverde is actually really high, so a lot of the time when you're driving through clouds. So that was pretty cool. And we stayed like by a coffee farm in Costa Rica for the second half of the trip with one of my dad's friends, and it was a lot of fun because the coffee farm is huge. It's like a really big place, so it was a lot of fun to explore. And fun fact, actually, this is the second time I've been to Costa Rica. The first time I went was, I think, in 2009, and my brother and I planted trees in the coffee farm. So when we went back the second time, which is in 2016, we found our trees because they were still tagged, and it was a little sad when we planted it, and now it's about this high and like this thick. So he actually sawed off a piece of one of the branches and let us take like a piece of our tree back home with us. So that was pretty cool.
Cool. Excellent storytelling. Fantastic. Thank you for playing with me, Justin.